If you are selling print-on-demand products with Etsy, it is so important that you follow the trends before the peak of the season. And as we're coming up to the month of May, there are a lot of people focusing on Mother's Day t-shirts. And yes, I think that is a great place for you to sell. But what if I told you there are several different niches that will have a ton of people looking for products, and there may not be enough products for people to actually purchase? This is how you are able to get an extreme amount of sales in a popular trend, because they don't have a lot of competitive listings. Well, in today's video, I'm going to share with you 4 trends you need to focus on right now that can generate for you a ton of sales in the month of May. I'm going to share this all with you coming up next. So welcome back to the video, my friends. If you're new here, my name is Jay, and on this channel, I teach you how to make passive income online by creating and selling your own products. So if you like content like this, then consider subscribing to my channel. Now, the main focus that we're going to take a look at today is finding trends that are going to do extremely well in the month of May. And this whole process can be done for any month, really, because there's always a month where there is a trend in place. So the overall goal here is that we want to identify these trends, but actually add in some, great value to make our product stand out even more. So using Printify is my main way to sell all of my t-shirts. With their ton of print providers, they make it so easy for me to sell multiple different products and make this extremely passive, as opposed to somebody printing things out from their home. Now, they have a ton of different products you can focus on selling, but in our case today, we're going to focus on their large category of apparel designs with the primary focus on selling t-shirts. Now, you can actually upload your design to a t-shirt and they will take care of all of the printing and shipping out for you. And they have an easy sync and connection with Etsy, so that if somebody purchases your product from Etsy, the data goes straight to Printify and you don't really have to worry about anything. I make sure I leave all the details to Printify in my description box below for you to see if this is best for your print-on-demand business. All right, so the first shirt that I think you should really focus on if you want to catch on this trend is Baseball Mom T-shirt. Now, automatically when you search this up, you're going to see that there are almost over 100,000 listings coming up. But this is what I always say with competitive spaces, saturated spaces. If you want to say that, if it's saturated, then that means it is selling, but it's your job to break through the competition. So we know this is selling. I already checked the sales data here, but I just want to share with you how, again, to break through this saturated market and really how to stand out from the rest of the competition. And as I see here, that one of the things you definitely want to do is add personalization to the back of the t-shirt, as well as bringing in different elements here. So if you want to make this different, one of the things I like to add is a retro type style font or a retro type style design, in which we'll see that in a little bit. But this is what I also mean by you definitely want to take a trending design, like we see here, the game day with the baseball and lightning in the front. That is trending. But what did they do to add this, add more value to this? They added the name of the player and the number in the back with that same baseball design. And so again, selling baseball t-shirts, selling Baseball Mom t-shirts, but having that extra value with that personalization on the back of the shirt, that's a great way for you to stand out. Again, this has 20 plus people in the cart. Back to this page here, we see basic shirts like this, and again, we see shirts with the baseball on it. It is a best-selling item. We can go down here and check the sales data here. Only 6 reviews so far. That means that this shop has just dropped this item. And again, it is actually trending right now. And again, we're not even in the peak of baseball season. But again, it's all about getting your shirts in ahead of time so you can actually beat the traffic, so your shirt can already be there for people to purchase. So same thing here is what I mean by selling these baseball t-shirts. It don't have to be anything, extravagant like this in regards to the design. You can actually go and find a pre-made design like this, cut out the middle, and actually have the name of the player right here in the middle of the shirt. Again, all this is about focusing on trends, breaking through that saturated market or that large competitive space, adding in some unique values here. And the unique value they added here with this baseball shirt is just that personalization in the middle. And you're going to see that trend come up a lot, because this is an easy way for you to, again, focus on trending things. Again, baseball shirt, Baseball Mom shirt, get ahead of the baseball season, and again, adding that personalization there. Now, if you do want to target a lower saturated market, I would say, then you definitely want to focus on softball t-shirt. This again is trending and actually has less competition Then baseball t-shirts, about 53,000 listings coming up. But the same thing applies here, right? The same type of things we found with the baseball shirts, we found with the softball shirts here. And an easy way, again, to break through the saturated market, and we kind of see the same thing here being done, is definitely adding a retro type style design, but then adding that personalization, especially if you're selling sports shirts. So here's just one here. I can tell you right now, this is a pre-made design. They probably gathered from Creative Fabrica, but again, they have the baseball Mom T-shirt. Now, again, we know we can add more value to this, right, to stand out from the other competitors by adding in that personalization here, or adding in that specific, design on the back. I have taught you also to add in maybe a pocket style design that fits the overall, trending designs we find in the market. But creating a softball t-shirt with that retro style design is a great way for you to stand out as well. Again, 20 plus people in the cart. We can see how many reviews it has so far. And again, this is not even the peak of the season. Now, another place to target if you don't want to, focus on any retro type style designs, is to literally find a pre-made design. And this is a pre-made design here. And what they did was just added that personalization to the back of the t-shirt, and it really saves them a ton of time in regards to designing this product. Again, focus on those pre-made designs in the softball area, and then adding that personalization, especially on the back of the t-shirt, for you to really speed up your design process, but definitely target trending items that you want to focus on selling right now. Now, another place to target is in the testing niche. This whole niche is teacher testing shirt. Again, it has about 3,000 listings right now. Again, this is a great way to target a highly trending item when it comes to testing time, but you're not going to see that much competition because most people just don't know about it, right? And so we see here that there are a ton of designs, but one thing I want to talk about is how you can find one design and then redesign it yourself or remake it yourself in a different way. So this shirt here is doing well. This shirt that says "You got this" just has 20 plus people in the cart. And so as I see this shirt here, it just simply says "You got this." And this is a great colorful shirt to produce. You can take a popular phrase in a niche and then redesign that phrase in your own special way. We have this phrase here, "You got this." But if you notice here, somebody took that same phrase and redesigned it in a totally different way, focusing on a trending design space, which is the retro type design. So again, we have the same phrase, right? "You got this," but they took that phrase and redesigned it. This space has a ton of different trending phrases that you can actually take, redesign, and bring that same popular phrase into this space with a new design style that's not necessarily being, brought into the market. So again, you can stand out in a market like this because you have a new design with the same popular phrase. It checks out with our data, 8 people in the cart. Again, I'm not concerned about seeing a lot of things with 20 plus people in the cart because I know that the peak of the season for testing time is May. So I know that whatever data I look at, I need to look at it with the understanding that it may not show, huge sales now, but I want to get before the trend peaks so my product can be visible for other people to purchase. So here's just one more example of what I mean by taking a popular phrase and then redesigning this in your own unique way. We see this shirt here saying "You are more than a test," taking the idea of "You got this" and again redesigning this phrase in a different way. So if I go back to my list of shirts, you can see that there are a ton of different words on the shirt. This is what I mean by in this space, what is popular, what's trending right now is the words of encouragement for the student on the shirt. I would take one like this, "Make yourself proud." I will redesign that in a trendy type way with a retro style design. And again, I just brought something new into the marketplace, but then I also follow the data in regards to what phrase is doing well. And the last one I want to give to you, of course, is the Easter teacher shirt. But when we come into this space, you got to be careful about these elements and even these words that are actually trademarked. And one of the things I see a ton of people selling are these peep shirts, which is actually trademarked and we do not want to focus on. However, we can take that design style and then bring something new to it. So what I would personally do is instead of this saying, teacher with the peeps in the middle, I would just take this layout and understand what is the popular layout, which I see words on top, elements in the middle with different color, in words on the bottom. I wouldn't necessarily say peaks. I would add in my own unique word here that's doing well. I would add in my own elements that's doing well and follow that layout trend so I can add in more value to this market. Now, one of the things I can also do is add in a personalization. Same thing we learned from the baseball shirts and the softball t-shirts. I can add in my own personalization with shirts like this. I know this shirt is doing well here. If I click on this checks out with 20 plus people in the cart. It says happy teacher, and I would add on the other side of the ear the teacher's name. So this is what I mean by finding things that are trending, adding in more value. I can change this out just from this basic font and add in a retro type font design. I can still keep the colors here, but add in some things I learned from other areas like these retro type style elements, the peace sign, the flowers, and add this thing in to my design along with personalization of the teacher's name. So again, that's what I mean by there's a ton of opportunity for you to sell a lot of different products this spring season. I know a lot of people just focus on Mother's Day t-shirts, and I think you should sell there. I have another video talking about Mother's Day trends you should focus on, but there are other spaces like the sports space with the baseball and the softball. There are other spaces with teaching in regards to Easter teaching shirt, but also testing teacher shirts that is really underserved, but we can actually bring in value there. And this is how you're able to get quick sales as a brand new shop. So as you can see, finding these trends and focusing on personalizations and also design trends that are doing well is a great way for you to stand above the rest of the competition. And by utilizing the same process for other niches, we are able to find great products we can sell as well. Now, in today's video, I didn't have time to talk about how we go about creating and designing these type of products to list on our Etsy shop. However, if you want to learn that next step of finding great designs for your print-on-demand business, then make sure you check out this next video here. And as always, my friends, if you want to learn more about how to make income online, make sure you subscribe to my channel here. As always, my friends, my name is Jay, and I will see you in the next video.